probably people watching this in the future wondering what the heck is going on, and definitely people watching live wondering what the heck is going on. Trying to fix some stuff on my end here real quick. Sorry about that. YouTube absolutely refusing to let me do a mobile stream this evening. Oh my goodness. 3 times. Usually I default have to reset it 1 time, but I never ever expect to have to do it 3 times. So I'm deleting the old live. And let's make sure that we are ready to go here. Holy moly. There we go. Thank God. Oh man, what an absolutely terrible start to this live stream. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna link Kaiser's 11th anniversary event here. They, not by mistake, but they had actually sent me 2 packages to give away. 1 package was intended. The second package got stuck in customs, and they wanted to make sure they got it to me on time, so they just sent me another one. Well, both packages arrived. So I have 2 Kaiser packages to give away, and the second one will be done tonight. Which works out because the Kaiser event goes all month. So I linked the Kaiser special event where they have tons of cool stuff, lots of bonus stuff going on. I think some discounts. That's linked at the top of chat. Tonight's live stream will go for just an hour. It'll be a little bit shorter, but that means you guys get to the prizes a little bit faster. There are 2 groups. The package I got only had 10 knives in it, which means it's possible that somebody in customs decided to steal one. Oh well. I mean, that sucks, but it definitely happens. But yeah, there'll be 2 packages tonight. 2 winners. Winners will get 5 knives. They're awesome knives. I've already looked at them. But I'll show them off here in just a little bit. The instructions, because for some reason people miss the instructions in my old layout, I put it right in the middle of the screen. Not possible to miss. Okay, did everybody find it? Yeah, it looks like people are figuring it out. All right, I'm so sorry about that. I'm actually going to change that real quick. The pinned comment. So that the link is actually visible. For some reason, YouTube has recently made a bunch of changes that makes it very difficult for people who want to do, like me, like tabletop horizontal live streams. They have made it very difficult. There are a lot of things in place that just make it real tricky to start a live stream. Does the entry link for my event work in the description? I'm refreshing my own video here, and it should be there. Refresh your stream if you got it. If you're right now you're saying that the link isn't there for you, just refresh the stream. Paul Munko, thanks man. Congrats on 600K coaster to Milton 550. I know. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like over the hill and then just immediately. So the channel peaked out the record, the highest I got ever. The highest 30-day sub count I've ever seen in my life. I think it ended up being 84,000 subscribers in 30 days, which is unbelievable. Really cool. And in the process, I also managed to get 75,000 followers on TikTok in the same time period. So that was awesome. Feeling really fortunate. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'm glad to see that my regular content is doing well. People still wanting to watch it. That's great. Just really great. Really awesome stuff. The reason we're going a little shorter tonight is because it is Father's Day. We had a big Father's Day weekend. We've done a whole bunch of stuff, but I said, I do want to get a live stream in, but we'll cut it short and then just have family time afterwards. So happy Father's Day to everybody. Couple of things to go over tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. So number 1, you hit 600,000 subs before you did the 500K event. Are you still going to do the 500K event? Yes. We are closer than ever. I am literally just waiting on my prototypes to get here. They're not here yet. Hopefully soon. If for some reason it's going to be further out, like let's say I talk to the people I'm working with, they're like, yeah, we're still a month out. I'll just do the event and just replace the proto. You know, I wanted to give away one of the protos that I haven't revealed yet, but I'll just replace it with something else. Number 2, Machine Wise messaged me and they said, we did everything we could, and this damaged steel blade we've been working on, it just did not work out the way that we wanted to. We did not want to deliver a subpar product, so what we did instead is we donated a standard Generation 2 Sonora where they have worked out a bunch of kinks, a lot of the stuff that I have that I covered in my initial review. It is beautiful. They apologized for not being able to give a damaged steel blade, and I said, hey, you guys are giving something for free. Like, I'm not going to complain about that, and I can guarantee that the person who wins it will not complain about it either. I've seen it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to show it to you guys, as well as reveal the rest of the stuff. So it's right around the corner. It's coming. Tonight is not that night. Tonight we're giving away separate stuff, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that was the case. I have another thing to talk about, and I'm going to be a little bit cryptic about it on purpose, and I think it'll be obvious why. I have always said, you know, hey, you know, my giveaways, the way that they work is you got to go in and you got to comment. I filter duplicate users, but I obviously can't stop people from leaving comments with a couple different accounts. Now, I always assume people would kind of try to be fair. I know a lot of you guys have alts, and that's fine. A lot of people have 1 or even 2 alts, right? You enter with your alts, no big deal, right? Let's just say a network of people discovered that probably more than one person, and they probably work together, have been trying to exploit the system on multiple channels and are entering under a lot of alts. And the way that they got caught was by actually winning, which I find deliciously ironic. We have figured it out. I'm not going to elaborate too much further, but we figured it out. I'm not going to say we, not me. I just was informed, but the group of people who figured it out are awesome. And they are already, they're already prepared for the inevitable next step of this person or likely persons when they try to shift gears to further exploit the system. So, to the person or people who attempted this, huge pie in your face. You're never going to get anything from us, and we're ready for the next thing that you do. Oh boy, I hate it when people do stuff like that and think that they'll never get caught. No, we got you. We got a whole, oh boy, we got a lot of information. It's beautiful. So, my suggestion would be don't do that. And to the people who figured it out, there are a lot. And believe me, we spread this information around. All the way around. And I mean, truthfully, I did none of the work. The people who did the work are awesome. They spread it around. The reason I'm being cryptic is to make it as difficult as possible for the people trying to exploit this. But, yeah, amazing work. Amazing work. All right. We want it to be fair for you guys, the people who are entering with 1 or maybe 2 accounts and are actually showing up, actually part of the knife community and not trying to scam anybody. We want you guys to win, and we want to block out everybody else. I don't know. I mean, people just like get excited about exploiting systems, and it inevitably it's gonna happen as like channels like mine get bigger and bigger and bigger. And believe me, as time goes on, it's gonna become much more common for knife channels to be over 500,000 subscribers, and they will do giveaways, and people will try to exploit it, right? Fortunately, as long as channels continue to communicate with each other behind the scenes, we can be ahead of this. Congrats on 600 KMC. Got a lefty F95 Shiro last week. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool, man. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Next thing, we got to talk about this. So I think it was the last live stream or the live stream before, I was talking about how amazing the Reich Alien 4 is, and it is absolutely still amazing. But we have to talk about something. because I was so excited about this, and I said, you know, anytime like some company creates a knife with Damasteel and they try to charge X amount, we got to look to this thing and we got to say, hey, Reich is doing this in Damasteel for this price, and it's so much less. I thought, because somebody had said, I'm wondering if it's actually Damasteel, or maybe they said Jim Skelton questioned if it's actually Damasteel. Now, the biggest issue that I have here, because I reached out directly to Kecho Reich and I said, is this actually Damasteel? You got it written on the blade in cursive as Damasteel, and you have it on your website as Damasteel, and it turns out it is not the Damasteel as we know it from, apparently, I had a conversation with Kecho. It's not from Swedish, like the Damasteel company. What they are creating, still very mysterious, and I'm going to get more information on it when I do the actual reviews. Here's the S5 or something. What they're doing here is a process that is incredibly similar to how Damasteel creates their Damasteel composition. The exact composition of what they're using, I'm still waiting to get the details on. But the process is apparently very, very similar, but it is proprietary. It's something that Reich does internally, apparently. I talked with Dr. Funke about this, and he explained what they did with this blade, and he said that's not a cheap process. What they're doing there with all of those, essentially they're rods of Damascus, and each rod has a different pattern, right? Whatever they did here is similar to what they did with the Alien, just not with the individual rods. So the process itself is not cheap. It is expensive. As far as how the material performs, well, I don't really know. Apparently, it's very, very similar to Damasteel, but I want people to know, because it's important that people have the right information, it is not Swedish Damasteel. It's something special that Reich creates themselves. Obviously, we can't have Damasteel printed on the knife if that's not where it actually came from, and it can't be on the website. But I need to get more information on this, so before people get their torches and pitchforks, just hold on. I wanted to report this and talk about it, right? I mean, like, think about, this is the way that I thought of it. Zerkatai is apparently a trademark. So when you get companies labeling it as Black Timascus, right, or their own word for it, it means we're making the same stuff, but we can't actually call it Zerkatai, right? Because I think Zerkatai is a trademark. It's kind of like, you know, the word fax or Kleenex is a trademark, but we call various brands of Kleenex, we still call them Kleenex, even though it's not officially Kleenex, right? I think maybe that is kind of right there in the same ballpark. The problem that I had was you put that word on the blade. Maybe they didn't know they couldn't do that, but I'm hoping that they are willing to correct that. And again, I'm still talking with them. So, want to find out what it is. I believe that it's some form of exotic, pattern welded, probably powder formed Damascus, but I don't know exactly what it is yet. Fat carbon, right. I mean, once people figure out how to do it, then it goes all over the place. So perhaps it ends up being almost identical or identical. I mean, let me throw this out here. The Damasteel company has Damacor with some proprietary magical this or that. The core composition of the performance version of Damacor, because there's an RWL34 core Damacor, but they have a performance version where the core is essentially Vanax, but they don't call it Vanax. They call it something else, right? It's kind of like CPM20CV, M390, 204P, all made by different companies, all essentially the exact same composition. Probably a similar situation here, but we can't call it Damasteel. We got to figure out what it is, and it's got to be labeled correctly. So, maybe this is a Laren Thomas situation, right? But I got it. I was so blown away. I was like, how did they do this for $400? This is wild. Everything else about the knife is still absolutely amazing. And again, I'm not saying that this blade is not amazing. It's very beautiful. For all I know, it could perform exactly the same as Damasteel, which would be acceptable if it's labeled correctly. The pricing, I mean, would be acceptable. It's got to be labeled correctly. Big thanks to my friend this week, Iowa, AK Bladewalker, My Journey EDC, and BEDC, and everyone else, almost 500. Oh, awesome. Hey, very cool. So I know after saying this, people are going to reference my live stream and perhaps take my words out of context, and that's unfortunately the side effect of a channel this size. And no matter how much I try to elaborate on it and try to, again, like really emphasize the fact that I don't have all the information and I want people to know, and they were willing to give it to me. They didn't say keep this a secret, don't tell people. They didn't do that. They said we shouldn't have it labeled that way. We have our own process, and it's very, very similar to Damasteel. And I said, okay. And then he said, I got to talk to the company owner about it. I'll get right back to you. That was the information I got today. So as long as we have people out there correcting when people inevitably they intentionally take my words out of context and try to create drama, if you see it, just try to hammer it back down, because I don't want people getting unfairly attacked. Yeah, I'd like to know what it is. Oh, happy Father's Day. Happy birthday, MC. I know we're close. You are, yeah. It's in June, so you guys actually all can say happy birthday now. The one time a year you're right. Thank you. Now, I will say this. I'm going to feel really bad if Ketcho gets back to me and says, I was wrong about that. It actually is Damasteel for this run. Which is technically and unfortunately a real possibility. I have to assume, though. Because they showed me a picture of this. And I've never seen anything like this before. They have some type of special forging process. And I think it's got to be a special process to do this. This is like, multiple rods, right? I just want to know what it is. That is one of the biggest mysteries whenever companies release Damascus of any kind. And they just label it as Damascus. But what is it? Don't tell me it's Damascus. Like, what did you combine? What 2 potions did you use? Did you use +4 stamina, +8 blacksmithing? Like, tell me what you did at the alchemy table. I want to know what you put. Did you put carrots and giant's toes in there? Well, how much? How many carrots? How many giant's toes? Tell me what you used. I believe that Reich is not going to create anything that's not performance-oriented. I think that's obvious. They have the capacity to do that, and they work with steel manufacturers who create some of the best stuff in the world. So they're not going to put crap out there. I just want to know what it is. I can't wait for these unreleased models of Blade Show to get released on Ketcho's website. We'll be there for sure, snag a couple of those bad boys. Yeah, absolutely. They're releasing some of the most interesting stuff in the world, for sure. It's not going to be tin cans and pop metal. I mean, like, it's just not, they're not the company that's going to do that. There's a lot of companies out there, like, for example, if you shop on Wish.com and you're like, I got a Damascus blade on Wish.com, it's $20. Well, yeah, those are, they made it with gum wrappers and, you know, I don't know, pennies and gum wrappers. That's what I would guess. Nate Bushman, thanks for your donation. I love your channel. I'm newer to the knife world. I'm building a collection. Your channel has influenced most of what I got now. I'm still trying to make my decision on what will be my first titanium scaled knife. Awesome, man. Hey, that's a big step. Thanks for your donation. That's very kind. That's a big step. Take your time. Take your time selecting your knife. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel rushed. You got all the time in the world. The first titanium scaled knife that you buy will leave a lasting impression on you if you're like me, you know? And there's so many channels, so many content creators out there and people shoving stuff in your face all the time, and it gets really overwhelming, especially if you watch my channel. My channel is just machine gun blasting stuff in your face. Take your time, shop around. It's worth just going slow and, you know, experiencing as much as possible. No, you should never feel any pressure. It's such an important thing to like really enjoy the journey, enjoy the ladder climb. And you're good. Yeah, you're already like past the event horizon. Like you're already. Somebody said like it's like a really bad addiction. It is. So be aware that you're past that line and take your time. Spread it out. Go slow. There's always time to buy more knives. Your bank account will thank you if you spread it out. My first Thai knife was a Spidey chef. I do a lot at home, indoor, outdoor. The bigger brands to seem like natural choice. Love it. Awesome. What's the knife? The blue. In the blue. Top left. Oh, that's the Derecho? Derecho? It's named after a weather pattern. Still not going to get it right. By Sharp. List all of their authorized retailers. And I always tell people, especially with Microtech, this is a really good way to get a specific model that you're after. Because if you go down that list, it takes a while, but if you go down that list, eventually you'll hit a retailer that like is not very well known and not all over social media, and their stuff is just sitting in stock. Lots of like some of my most special Microtechs have been purchased from very random but authorized retailers, and nobody knows about them, or nobody like it's not part of their natural rotation with retailers. So you can often find things like that. That would be my best advice to you, sir, and to anybody hunting something specific. Go to their website and see if they have a list of authorized retailers and just go down and check and see what they've got. Blade Runner HQ from Microtech. There's one I've never heard of. Yeah, for sure, Isaac. We're not gatekeepers. Somebody on TikTok told me I was a gatekeeper, and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? My channel's dedicated to giving as much information as possible. He didn't know what to do with that. I was like, seriously, like, go look at my YouTube channel. It's dedicated to providing almost too much information. His reasoning was that I wasn't replying to every single question in the comments. He was like, you clearly don't want people to know because you're not replying to all the questions. And I was like, dude, the video had like 8 million views and there were like 3,500 comments, and I was like, what do you want me to do, man? I can't. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I linked my YouTube channel. Yeah, of course the mic sounds fuzzy. Gosh darn it. You can never get a perfect live stream. Is the mic fuzzy for everybody? Read your donuts, clown. I'm sorry, Tri-State. Oh, no. Oh, Rich, thanks for the memberships. Oh, here we go. Have a Gatorade on me, Chief. I will, and I'll like your comment. Here, I'll open this one. Since he paid for it. $2.69. This is oddly specific. Can you donate specific amounts like that now? Are you able to donate like a perfectly specific amount? Has TikTok lightened up their knife restrictions? A lot of people have asked me about that. I got one warning on TikTok, and it's when I opened the they got me for dangerous acts when I opened the Midgardsmesser Fenrir, that thing that's like a folding sword. They're like, hey, yeah, you can't do that. Outside of that, I've had nothing. And one of my biggest videos on TikTok has almost 9 million views, and I'm opening knives left and right. Tons of them. So maybe TikTok has loosened up their restrictions ever since they got, ordered to be removed from the United States social media platforms. Maybe they're like, oh, maybe we should stop restricting everything so much. So my guess is if they end up not going away by some miracle, they'll probably tighten their grip. But for now, apparently, they're not bothered by my knife content. So if you're a content creator on TikTok and you're like, what do I got to do to make my videos not get flagged? Go look at my TikTok and just look at my videos, and whatever I'm doing is apparently okay. Oh, always been able to? All right. Well, Tri-State says you've always been able to, so apparently they're Maybe their algorithm in the beginning was just a little wonky. I don't know. Yeah, that's a Geddon in the middle. That's a big old... The best priced, most monstrous overbuilt knife. At $350, you'll be hard pressed. You'll never find a knife that's this big in these materials with a blade this thick. As far as contoured titanium frame locks go, in M390, this thing is, the blade is well over 1/3 of an inch thick. It's $350 and you will not find a better deal on these dimensions on the market. I think you can still get those on Amazon. Yeah, Instagram sucks. I don't know what they're doing, but it took me, I've been on Instagram for almost 5 years and I have 45,000 followers, which is, I'm very grateful for. I was on TikTok for a month and a half and I have 75,000 followers. Consistent views too. And honestly, actually, truthfully, my Instagram community has always been awesome, but the TikTok community in the comments, far more polite than I ever would have guessed. I maintain this, I said this last time. The most poisonous group of people I've ever met is under the YouTube shorts, not regular YouTube. You guys, my regular YouTube community under my long form content's been great. As soon as I started uploading shorts, it was just an absolute dumpster fire. And 50K on OnlyFans in a week. I do not have an OnlyFans. I have never had an OnlyFans. Do not take that out of context. Change my filter to all comments. I think it is. I think you can say pretty much anything here. I mean, YouTube will automatically filter things on their own, but my live stream has never restricted comments. Yeah, but you says kids only, but TikTok has I think the lowest average age. So we can't just say, oh, like it's just younger people. No, the TikTok, like the people on TikTok have a lower average age, and they're all, for the most part, very polite. So it's a specific type of person that is engaging with my content on YouTube Shorts, and apparently they're all angry. All right. Quick timeout. I'll be right back. We got to get these boxes opened up. All right, I think so. Truthfully, Kaiser only sent one thing that was different from tonight's group than the last group. So I think to keep the flow moving quickly, I'll show you the names of the knives on the boxes, and then I'll just keep because if you guys remember, like last week when I opened everything up, it was a mess. Think about how much stuff comes in one Kaiser box, and I opened up 11 of them, and there was just trash everywhere. I'll show you guys the names of the knives. I'm certain that if you're a part of the live stream right now, you can probably use Google and look it up right there on your phone or tablet or something. But I'm just going to keep the things in the boxes tonight, and I'll show you the two groups I'm going to do. But I want to spend less time screwing around with boxes and more time engaging with you guys and listening to myself talk. We'll go back to doing live streams on Fridays. Like next week will be a regular one. I think I'm out of, well, I'm not out of the crazy zone yet. When I say the crazy zone, I just mean like, imagine summer. My summer is, my kids are here. My wife is here because she has time off, like the entire summer off for maternity leave. The baby's here. Still trying to run a YouTube channel, still trying to be present on multiple social media platforms. Still trying to do Patreon stuff. Still trying to plan for a 600K live gift. So it's insanity right now in my house. It is absolute insanity. But once we get past the 500K event, which is now the 600K event, it should become easier for me. And what I mean by that, I mean you'll start seeing less spelling errors in titles of videos. I'm sure people are like, has he started to crack? No, it's just it's just I make a lot more spelling errors in my titles now because I'm trying so hard to like make sure that I keep up with my pace, which I'm able to do. Creating the content's not the problem, but little things like adding metadata and, you know, descriptions were gone and titles were messed up and stuff like that. Been a while since I've been in one of these. James Macy, what's up, man? Thank you very much. Members for 37 months there. What's the gold frag skills in the upper right? That is the PMP Kodiak. For those of you who like the look of the PMP Alpha Beast, but you're thinking, wow, that's just way too thick. This is much thinner, still very thick at 185 thousandths, but it's M390 and titanium, frag titanium. I think you can still get these at DLT Trading. I'm not sure. I have a link for DLT Trading in my description if you guys want to check. The Kunwu X Padre, sure. Very good. High tension Omega springs, so you get that nice, just that overall nice solid feeling instead of the floppy, you know, kind of wet hot dog feel. I'm a retired teacher, need help. I can spell. I usually, if there's a word that I don't know how to spell, I usually Google it. Sometimes my phone thinks I'm trying to spell something else and it autocorrects me and I don't notice it. Or I just hit the letter that's right next to another letter and I just automatically assume I spelled it right and I save it and then it ends up being a goofy title. Got a mini nitro coming tomorrow. Nice. How's the buckhorn? It's very cool. It's such a weird... So this one knife I don't know about you guys, but this one I don't think was a crazy award or anything like that. But I don't know about you. Looking over the list of Blade Show awards over the last multiple years, I question the criteria and the judgment of a lot of the awards that are given out at Blade Show. It's like, is there just not enough stuff being nominated? I mean, how do they go about selecting the stuff that is going to be nominated? Are they making sure that everybody understands how to enter? Who is judging this stuff? I mean, a lot of the awards are crazy. This one didn't really surprise me. This was like a Ken Onion and Reich, or Ken Onion and Ketcho, Ken Onion and Forever Steel. And honestly, this is pretty interesting. Definitely an interesting blade. Definitely a unique look. And definitely a very, very high quality end result. I like it a lot. But a lot of the awards, I'm like, what? Like, what was the one that had the corkscrew in it that was like most innovative? Is that what I mean, nothing against the design, but I was like, did they talk with Brian Winters? Did they know that Winter Blade Co. exists? Like, I mean, it's cool it has a corkscrew or whatever, but, like, come on. Carbon OEM by Quechua. First you have to play... you have to pay to be nominated. Interesting. Blade Show. Interesting. Should be a better way to fund that. It creates a pretty narrow spot there. Do they extend that to online? Like, do they have a place where people can go and vote online? Not just like people there roaming around at Blade, like looking at stuff that was like paid entries, like within a certain amount of time. Winter submitted, but I'm just saying, like, imagine how much different it would be if there was like opened up, if it was opened up to people who could vote. I can understand. I think that why they wouldn't do that though, because they want people to come, they want people to feel and handle things and experience. There's a lot of differences between something you're looking at and something that you're standing there and feeling, and you know. It's what I say with new people. It's one thing to judge something from behind the screen of your phone, but to actually experience it, handle it, right? You get different impressions. So I guess I can understand why they wouldn't do that. But it's just a little, I don't know. People who work for Blade Magazine. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we love is pay to play, you know? I don't even think people realize it, but I always take the Blade Show stuff with a grain of salt, as anyone should do with anything, really. But sometimes there's awards and I'm like, yeah, that seems kind of cool, and other times I'm like, what? Hey, yeah, RR, I read your comment. Pay to play. You can stop typing that over and over again. People don't like that. They call the people of the internet call that spamming. It tends to be slightly obnoxious. Thank you. Wheezes it, feeling good. Yeah, this a great example of what I was talking about. This does, a lot of people in the comments of my unboxing were like, yeah, it looks kind of boring. I get that. But if you have it in person and you handle it, wow, it's really good. Like, it's total, I guarantee you this would shock more people. If I could take like a poll of like, how do you feel about looking at this? And then they could handle it. And I'm like, now how do you feel now? I feel like most people would be like, I wasn't expecting that. Favorite on the desk? Yeah, probably the custom stitch. I know people are like, you probably feel obligated to say that because of what it cost you, and yeah, maybe you're right. I am a huge fan of the stitch. I own 5 different stitch models. This is just my nicest one. What time is it? I think we got to do this sooner rather than later. Yeah, we only got 20 minutes left, so I need to do this. Excuse me for that. Moving stuff out of the way so I can make room for the boxes. If you are new, you got to do this. You have to read this cards. Read this rectangle and then read this rectangle and do what this rectangle says. In the description of the video, there's a link. It says how to enter, and you click on it and you leave a comment. Please do that. Again, just like I said earlier, if you've got an alt, if you have an alt account, yeah, no problem. Maybe you got 2 alt accounts. You know, that's okay. If you got 10 alt accounts, you got 20 alt accounts, kick rocks. Don't do that. Stop taking chances away from people. We have people on that now. We have people paying attention to that now. Not just on my channel, but on multiple channels. Please don't do that. We have a way to figure out if you're exploiting that system. Be fair, please. I don't mind alt. I mean, like, I feel like most people have alts. It's okay. You know, just try to be a good person. All right. We're going to do these one group at a time, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm giving away. So, group 1, there's going to be 2 winners tonight. Each winner is going to receive a group of knives. Group 1, you're going to be receiving the Kizer Amicus. All right, put that right there. You're also going to be getting the Kizer Momo. That's a great one. You should Google that one. Look it up. It's really cool. You're also going to be getting the Kizer pack of playing cards, which I'm not going to get out. I'll leave them sealed for you guys. Let's do, you need a fixed blade. So for your fixed blade, hold on. You're going to be receiving the K-Box or K-Box. There you go, D2. Let's see here. Yeah, we're also going to do the Sheepdog in CPM 3V. That's the one in brass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then finally, for your premium knife, you're going to be receiving the Huntsman, which is an absolutely fantastic knife. If you don't know what that looks like, you should definitely Google it. Carbon fiber, titanium, S35VN. That's going to be group 1. Again, the reason I'm not getting them all out is because we did that last time, and it took up 15 minutes of the live stream, and I had trash and junk everywhere. It was a mess. Make sure you check out Kizer's 11th anniversary event, which is linked right at the top of the description. Kizer was kind enough to literally donate over 20 knives for this giveaway. That is not an inexpensive thing to donate. So super kind of Kizer. Really appreciate it. They actually didn't even mean to send me 20 knives. They just thought one of them was lost in customs. And then both packages they sent ended up showing up. So beneficial mistake for us. Very costly for Kizer. Give me 1 sec here. Oh, thank God the iPad has battery power because I forgot to charge it. It's got 13%, which is probably a sign. Give me a sec. I'm logging into my comment picker account. Okay. Hopefully everybody's entered. I'm going to move these out of the way. Here's the Comment Picker website. Let's refresh the page so that everybody knows we have a fresh page. We're going to scroll down here. We're going to put the link in. I'll let you guys all take a look at the link. There we go. We're going to filter duplicate users, which is already checked. We're going to go down to Get YouTube Comments. We're going to let that populate there for a bit. Hey. I'm just going to quickly get myself another little beverage here. Yeah. 1,325 people. Clearly, well over 100 people who think that this is going for an hour and a half tonight, and it isn't. This right here, this is why you need to make sure you're present. Because a whole bunch of people are like, he always takes an hour and a half. Tonight, not going for an hour and a half, going for an hour. So they're going to miss out. All right. That's okay. This is how we learn. The winner of Group 1 is Tends to Embellish. Good luck, everyone. Again, we are going to be checking account names and running it through our little, what we have going on. But congratulations to @Tends2Embellish. Please make yourself known in... Whoops a daisy. Just about lost my beverage there. That wouldn't have been good. Please make yourself known in chat. There he is right there. Tends2Embellish. Thank you very much. Tends2Embellish. Congratulations. You have won. Save for, me doing a quick screening. These are yours. I'll be communicating with you no later than Friday of next week. Please email me at metalcomplex87, @gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact knives that you want. Actually, just say Group 1. That's all you have to do. Please don't email me if you're not this person. I have a system that stops people like that as well, but that's a lot easier. But yeah, you won. So congratulations. Good job. All right. Group 1. I'm going to put these in a specific spot. And the cards. Those are yours too. Group 2. What do we have? Showcase the fixed blade first. I'm just going to move this. You have the variable, I guess variable claw, Dirk Pinkerton 154 cm. That's a little bit more of a premium fixed blade there. Then we have the gavel, which is a little bit of a nicer, not quite a budget Kaiser, if I remember correctly. 154 cm, brass and micarta, definitely a cool knife. Next up, we have the Dogfish, again in 154 cm, black aluminum, very cool knife. I'd say this is probably the more desirable group. We have the Integral Brat, again in 154 cm, black G10 Integral. It's an important element there. And then finally, your premium knife tonight, the Majestic Kaiser Militar, which is definitely going to be the crowd favorite on average. The Militar is probably one of the best knives that Kaiser has created. So that's your group tonight. Quite a few awesome ones there. Again from Kaiser. Very, very cool. All right. Going to refresh this page. And we're going to do this over again just to be fair, just to get some of the late people. Trying to be fair. There's the link. Should be the same as before. Filter duplicate users is still on. Get YouTube comments. Probably about the same. We've got almost 1,300 in here now, so as long as this didn't climb over 1,400, we should still be good to go. Maybe it did. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Just 100 people missing there. 1,367, so that's great. So the winner of Group 2, definitely a great group. That's a real shiny group there. B Painter 0513. Thanks, MC. Love your content. Best on the tube. Good luck, everyone. Name in chat is B Painter. Awesome. Thank you. Looking for that American flag logo. This is how I know. This is part of how I know. This is a unique comment. I mean, just, you know, like, this is such an obvious thing. Like, when we figured out what people were doing, I was like, man, what a stupid strategy. Like, of course you're going to get caught, you know, but this is an authentic comment. Right there. B Painter's there. Hey, congratulations. I mean, either way, I'm going to do the screening thing, but either way. Thank you very much, B Painter, for commenting. Appreciate it. You won. You won Group 2. Congrats. All right, so once again, all you have to do is email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com. Don't worry if I don't respond all the way up until Friday of next week. You will absolutely get your knives. The boxes, I'll send all the stuff, tracking information. But that's all you have to do is email me, and these are yours. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Thank you again so much to Kaiser for donating all of this stuff. I'm sorry you guys had to donate double, but I appreciate it. I think there were a couple other channels who had similar giveaways. I think Neves did one. There were a couple channels who did Kaiser stuff. You know, that's a strategic, you know, thing by Kaiser. They send a bunch of stuff out to content creators and do one big sort of events. It's like kind of coordinated. They give us freedom to do it how we want. You know, it's not like we all sit down at a table and decide like the best way to know. They just say, however you want to do this, but here's the stuff, which is great. I think that's cool. I just appreciate that Kaiser's willing to give away so much free stuff and allow my channel to benefit from it. And the coolest part is that the knives that are being given away are actually really good. Most people really enjoy Kaiser. And I think the knives that they chose to give away are some of their best stuff, which is also really cool. So always happy to work with people like Kaiser and give people free knives.
I got a few minutes to hang out with you guys. Anybody who wants to hang out here at the end. I'm sorry we had to go short tonight, but you know, it's Father's Day. I want to get up there and spend some time with my family. A few more minutes here.
China knives for life? All right. I mean, buy wherever. Like, I mean, I like some Chinese knives. I also like U.S. knives. U.S. knife. U.S. knife. U.S. knife. U.S. knife. U.S. knife. But also Polish knives and Italian knives and German knives, Japanese knives, South African knives. I don't really care. If you're making really high quality, then I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make sure people know. Good knives are good knives. I agree 100%. Swedish knives. How's the 8020? This thing is awesome. Where'd it go? This. Oh my God. I've been beating on this thing. I mean, well, you know, beating on it, but I've been using this. This thing is fantastic. The 8020i. Oh my gosh. It's solid as a rock. This is awesome. Like, everything is identical to the American one, but the blade is made in Italy, so you'd think it'd be soft. No, they got 6061 on the 20CV. It's been great. Here. Find a piece of paper to slice up just to show you the edge retention on it. I mean, I've been carrying and using this thing like crazy. This is also a thick edge, right? Still fine. Still fine. Beautiful. Huge fan of that. It's like, you know, when I bought an American one, I just didn't want, I was so worried, you know, because it was so valuable in the secondary market. I was like, I don't know if I want to carry it. This thing, I'm not concerned about it. And it feels exactly the same as the one with the US blade. It's still just as expensive. But there's no like, oh, am I going to like ruin the secondary value on it? Probably not. I mean, who cares? It's fantastic. Really great. Love this. Do I prefer the Stitch or the MSI? The MSI is a better tool because of how the blade is shaped and just the grind in general. But the Stitch brings me more happiness. This is one of my favorite knives ever. It's because it's a manual stitch with a crossbar lock, or it's very similar, and it's got a coil spring. I just like it. The only thing that's a bummer is how Microtech heat treats the M390MK. It's on the lower side for my preferences, and I think a lot of people's preferences, but outside of that, it's a fantastic knife. One sec. All right. What do we got here? We got 5 minutes. I'm going to give away some memberships here in just a second, but I want to say this.
I'm very fortunate, obviously in a lot of ways, but it's Father's Day, so I want to give a shout out. I know my wife's not watching, but my wife has made this entire weekend amazing. Father's Day is one day, but my wife, I told her, I said, we got the annual golf tournament on Friday that we do every year. Said I'm going to be golfing all day and drinking beer. She said, go for it. So I got that day, got home and was able to take a nap. Saturday was our Father's Day party, and everybody was here. My dad, her dad, our extended family, and we grilled and ate food. And that was basically just another leisurely evening for me. Just was happy to just enjoy it. And then today, my wife has made everything incredibly easy on me. Actually, Father's Day, we did the live stream. She made me my favorite meal ever, which is... fun fact is tortellini soup, which only she ever makes. It's just like cheese stuffed tortellini and cheese soup with spinach and tomatoes, and it's just like it's the best thing ever. She made that tonight, and I'm looking forward to going back up there and having seconds. But this was like an entire Father's Day weekend. She just gave me one day. She gave me the whole weekend, and we have 3 kids, so there's a lot of stuff to do. But she just made my whole weekend amazing, and not just for this weekend, but in general, my wife is awesome. So very, very thankful as a dad to have such an awesome wife. Awesome, just everything is just great. So big shout out there. Yeah, it's so good, man. I know people are like, oh, spinach and tomatoes, man. I'm telling you, it ties it together. And there's so much cheese and soup. It's all it is just different textures of cheese. Like, I'm not aware that I'm eating, like, I love spinach and tomatoes, but I'm not like immediately aware of it. It's just a good mix of texture and flavor. It's so good. And those big tortellinis that are stuffed with cheese. Oh my God. So good. Oh, it does have meat in it. It has sausage in it. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. It has ground sausage in it. Yeah, there's definitely meat in it. Alicord, Paracord, thank you very much. We were able to get a rare Demco 8012. Interesting. I'll have to check that one out. Let's give away some memberships here. What time is it? No, it's 10:05. Oh, that's right. We started late. I forgot about that. Okay, I got to give the memberships away really quick. Here's 20 from me. No, it's got meat in it. I eat meat. Eat whatever you want. If you don't eat meat, fine. You're not hurting me, right? Some people who don't eat meat think that I'm hurting them or hurting somebody else, and that's fine. I guess think whatever you want. I like to eat meat, but I'm not gonna judge anybody for what they do or don't like. Congrats to the winners of those. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 600,000 subs. Jeez. We actually could get to 1 million. I thought that was a pipe dream. It's real now. This channel could actually eventually get to 1 million subscribers. A knife channel. A pocket knife channel could get to 1 million. We got to 500,000. I didn't think that was possible. There's only a few channels in history that are dedicated knife channels that have ever hit 500,000. It's amazing to get here, but it's crazier to think we could actually get to 1 million. I remember 100K too. It was like 2 months ago. Not really, but it wasn't that long ago. No, I'm not shadow banned. Not on YouTube. On Instagram, every knife content creator is, but no, I'm not. Knife channels don't really get shadow banned on YouTube. That's a myth. I got demonetized one time, and the reason ended up being that I had duplicate descriptions. Not because of my content, because their algorithm flagged me as this guy is creating the exact same uploads over and over again according to his descriptions. My descriptions had templates, and they were the same over and over again. And the person I talked to was like, you got to put something unique in the description. So, yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that YouTube's cracking down on knife content, because they're definitely not. Take it from me. I have 4,300 uploads, and none of them are flagged for demonetization. None of them. The Zizit is cool, but I would honestly recommend the Nitro OG. Unless you're big into button locks. If you're big into button locks, it's the Zizit for sure. But the Nitro OG, I think, is a better model. Yeah, the gun channels are definitely getting it though on YouTube. That's real. Definitely. Okay. It's been an hour. It's been over an hour. I have to go. I'm sorry that I had to only go for an hour tonight. Next weekend we'll go back to the regular thing. It'll be Friday night. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for getting me to 600K. Thank you so much to my amazing patrons. Thanks to Kaiser for donating all this stuff. Seriously cool. Make sure and check out their event. It's still ongoing all the way through June. Definitely worth checking out. They have some awesome deals there. Thanks so much to everyone. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your weekend and an excellent rest of your evening. Bye.